What's up? That's right. I'm back. Today we got to talk about the Nations League's roster squad or rosters that have been announced for the USMNT and other countries. But today in this video, we're going to talk about the USMNT's provisional roster that has been finally released by the Concacaf. So in this video, we're going to go over all the players who were called up. I'll go down the list for you guys, give you guys my quick thoughts on each player called up. And then, of course, give you guys some players I think got the big snubs out of this roster. And then, of course, at the end, we'll talk about the final 23-man roster that I would like to see called up by Greg Berhalter. So without further ado, literally, let's get to it. If you guys are new here, my name's Drew, and you guys love USA Soccer, do you want to see it grow here in America, then subscribe down below and be part of the change. USA Soccer is growing like crazy in this country, and you guys do not want to miss being a part of that. So support your local USA Soccer YouTubers. So here it is. Here is the final not the final roster, but this is the provisional roster from CONCACAF that's been released for each nation. We got every nations here, but the ones we're going to focus on, because we are USA over here, baby, we're going to focus on the USMNT's roster. So like I said, we're going to go through every single player, mostly, and just give you guys some quick thoughts on that. Starting off with my boy, Philly boy, Brendan Aronson. No doubt he's going to be called up. This is going to be an insane roster for us because we finally get to see a full strength USMNT almost. If everyone stays healthy, if everybody really plays well, and if everybody's just healthy, we get to see such a great, hopefully a great and strong USMNT roster finally for the first time, I think, in ever. I'm excited for it. But like I said, Brendan Aronson, no doubt he's going to be called up. Recently won a trophy there with Red Bull Salzburg and Jason Kreis. Not Jason Kreis, holy crap, what the fuck I'm talking about? Jesse Marsh. My bad, guys. I'm not a fraud, I promise you. I just had a little too much to drink. Tyler Adams, of course, no doubt about that as well. Paul Arriola is a player that I really was surprised to be called up. I feel like, he had a pretty terrible loan spell at Swansea. There was an interview where he talked about that he felt like he wasn't wanted over there. I just don't think he was good enough, to be honest. I think Jordan Morris would have had the better loan spell had he not gotten severely injured. And Jordan Morris would have definitely been on this roster had he not been injured as well. Tyler Boyd, I don't know, weird. That's just weird to me. I know he's playing whatever in Turkey. He's playing here and there. I think he scored a goal recently. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't ride that train no more. John Brooks, can't doubt about that. Reggie Cannon, no doubt there. Conor De La Fuente, another surprise here. I was kind of surprised that first of all he got snubbed by Olympic roster. Kind of what I've seen there in the Olympics. Also surprised here that he's being called up by Greg Berhalter, or at least on this provisional roster squad. I'm just curious to see what he does. I feel bad as a Barca fan that he's not really getting the playing time he deserves to have, not deserves, but the playing time I hope to see him get over there at Barcelona, but it's going to be hard to break into that team. I really hope he gets a loan spell somewhere else in La Liga. And I do want him to stay in La Liga. Luca De La Torre recently looked and played pretty well for the USMNT recently. Serginho Dest, our best right back and our best left back, no doubt. Daryl DK, the freaking beast himself, wrecking up Barnsley, wrecking up the championship. No doubt he's going to be here. Nicolas Gioacchini from France. I'm indifferent about that. Ethan Horvath, surprised that he's still being called up a lot. There's a lot of goalkeepers on this list, and I promise you, Ethan Horvath is not one of my favorites. That's just not because of him, just because he's not really getting playing time at his club. It's just hard for him there. Speaking of mediocre goalkeepers, we got freaking Sean Johnson over here. No disrespect to you, broski. And of course, we got friend of the channel here, Sebastian Lletget, called up. No surprise there. He always performs well consistently for the USMNT. Aaron Long, defender everybody always wants to have in this roster. Weston McKennie from Juventus. Got to have our boy Weston there, bro. Mark McKenzie, another Philly boy. I'm glad he made this roster here, too. Matt Miazga, another good defender to have here for the USMNT. Yunus Musa playing well for Valencia, always playing well so far for the USMNT since committing. David Ochoa playing good so far for Real Salt Lake. This goalkeeper is one young dude to keep an eye on. Owen Adasawi here from Wolverhampton Wanderers from the EPL. Recently had a couple starts there as of recently, these past couple of days. But I want to see more of him before I really decide to make a big, I guess just a big, thought bubble on this dude. A big statement, I guess I could say. Kellen Acosta called up once again from Colorado Rapids in MLS. It's just, he played okay. I got to be honest, he did play okay when he was called up the last 2 games recently, but I don't know. I just don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the I don't know. I just don't think I don't have faith in him. Christian Pulisic, our freaking golden boy. No doubt we're going to have this dude here. Hope he stays fit. Tim Ream, I totally expect him to be here. Giovanni Reina, Come on, bro. That's our next golden boy right there. Brian Reynolds from AS Roma, who also is getting some starts there. Now Jose Mourinho is going to be his manager. Let's see what he can do with Brian Reynolds there at Roma. Hope he doesn't friggin' screw him over. Chris Richards from Hoffenheim in Germany. Chris Richards, freaking ever since he left Bayern on loan, he's been absolutely freaking killing it in the Bundesliga for Hoffenheim. I think they really want to make that loan deal permanent, but we'll see what that happens. Anthony Robinson from Fulham FC, who just got relegated. Hopefully Anthony Robinson gets another move somewhere else away from Fulham. He'll be cheaper now that he's relegated. So hopefully, I'm not too worried about him. I feel like he will get another move somewhere in the EPL. Maybe not the top teams, but somewhere in the middle. That's fine with me too. Miles Robinson from Atlanta United. Big surprise there. But no doubt I like this dude. Christian Roldan. We got Josh Sargent from Werder Bremen, our number one striker. Everyone's going to say it, and I'm going to say it too. Jordan Saibiachu from BSC Young Boys in Switzerland. This guy has been freaking killing it recently. Maybe not as much as before, but he was scoring some good goals there. He was scoring good goals for the Swiss League and the Europa League. He was someone that he also did commit his future for the USMNT, and I do want to see him play, maybe not Nations League, but maybe Gold Cup definitely. I want to see him get some playing time there, hopefully. My boy Zachary Steffen there called up, our number one goalkeeper. Matt Turner, our number two goalkeeper. Don't get mad there, New England Revolution fans. Sam Vines from Colorado. I think, I feel like he does have potential, at least in my eyes, but I want to see more of him before I just throw all my eggs in his basket. That sounds fucking disgusting. But Timothy Weah, fucking love Timothy Weah. I did really doubt Timothy Weah back maybe 1 or 2 years ago when he was always injury prone. I was just like, you know what? He's always injured. I don't see the hype everyone else sees, but I'm starting to see it now. He's playing well for his team in France. I want to see him get some good performances here for the USMNT in the Nations League. Jackson Newell, I say what you want about him, but I do rate him. I think he, with some good development in MLS, he could be another player who could move abroad and hopefully succeed there as well. Yazzie Zardes, and of course Walker Zimmerman, the MLS freaking Defender of the Year in 2020. So that is our freaking provisional roster, provisional players here for this roster, and it's just it's exciting. There's of course a lot of flukes there, a lot of dead weight there, but for the most part, a big chunk of it is all exciting, it's all great talent. I want to see all these guys perform. We can't have every single player here. That's the only thing that sucks. But let's talk about the players who I think were snubbed. Players that I think got a big snub from this provisional roster is number one, Julian Green. I mean, a lot of people have been hyping him up. He's been coming up through his second division Bundesliga team, helping them fight for promotion. He's really playing well, scoring goals, starting games all the time, making assists, playing well consistently. I'm just surprised that he really didn't get another call up at all. Another player, Cameron Carter-Vickers from Bournemouth in the second division of English soccer, of course, the championship where Daryl DK plays. He's helping his team try to fight for promotion as well. Those are only two players I think got the biggest snubs. You could say Eric Palmer Brown as well. I can see that, but with all the other defenders that are on this list, I think it's going to be hard for him to break out of the mold compared to those guys. Matthew Hoppe, some people I saw that they wanted to see him play here, but Matthew Hoppe, bro, come on. He had a spell of 2 weeks where he was really good, and then his team sucks. That means he can't really perform well either. So real quick, let's go ahead and break down the players that I would like to see make that 23-man final roster for the USMNT come June and when this Nations League and Concacaf kicks off. Let's just go look at it. Start off with the goalkeepers, of course, Zach Steffen, Matt Turner, and David Ochoa as my top 3 goalkeepers that I want to see selected here. A lot of you guys might be mad about Ethan Horvath not being my 3rd goalkeeper, but look, Ethan Horvath, like I said, he's not getting too much playing time for his team in Belgium. I feel like he's slowly slipping away out of the rankings for goalkeepers. He was 2nd, then Matt Turner came around. Now Matt Turner's 2nd, now he's 3rd, but David Ochoa is being hyped up a lot. He's playing well for Real Salt Lake right now. As of recording this video, I think they were still undefeated. He's a big part of that. So he's kind of going down there that goalkeeper ranking, man. I worry for you, Ethan Horvath. You got to get a new club. You got to perform well. You got to be starting games, man. On the defenders, Serginho Dest, like I said, our best right back and our best left back, no doubt about that. Anthony Robinson on the left flank, Reggie Cannon to wrap up the fullbacks there. I was kind of on the fence about DeAndre Yedlin. Maybe we could have had him called up. He's been playing okay for his team Galatasaray in Turkey, but I think Reggie Cannon probably has the better potential right now. And I do want to see him more. He has the most recent caps for the USMNT as well. Of course, John Brooks, #1 defender right now. Matt Miazga, definitely. Tim Ream, kind of little hidden gem there for some people, for Greg Berhalter at least. But I do think he does bring some sort of good like seniority or like veteran status to this young and growing mold, the center backs we have here. And he can also play as a left back if need be on the left. He's done that a couple times with USMNT. So if the time has to come, at least he knows how to play there. Chris Richards, of course, freaking balling. I want to see Chris Richards and Brooks starting the games, hopefully together. Onto the midfielders now. We got Tyler Adams, Jackson Yu. I feel like those are my 2 top center defensive midfielders we could pick right now out of this group of bunch. I did pick Kellen Acosta here just because I feel like if we do need a backup to these 2 dudes ahead of him, there's really nobody else besides Kellen Acosta. You could pick Luca De La Torre, but I don't know. I don't know. I picked other people ahead of Luca De La Torre, like Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie, who we got here, friend of the channel, Sebastian Lletget. Always, like I said, always performs well for the USMNT. So I do expect him to get a call up here for the Nations League. Attackers now. This could be for like the wingers or just the strikers. The wingers here, of course, we've got Brennan Aronson, like I said, freaking killing it at RB Salzburg in Austria. Killing it. Doing better than I thought, and many other people I'm sure thought he ever would have once he left Philadelphia Union. So I'm so proud of him. I want to see him play for the USMNT at just like a high level. I want to see him tested at the highest level, as long as we have, of course, Christian Pulisic and Giovanni Reina. It's going to be freaking going smoothly. Timothy Weah, no doubt about that. Got to have him there on the right flank, opposite of Pulisic. And, of course, our top 2 strikers right now out of this bunch, Josh Sargent and Daryl DK. We do have games, of course, again, we have a game against Switzerland, I think, first. And then we go into the Nations League games. And I do expect Daryl DK and Josh Sargent, hopefully, to alternate starting positions. I just want to see these guys play. Like, I'm so excited. I hope everybody stays fit. I hope everybody plays well. I just hope it really goes well for us guys, because this is such an exciting bunch of players we have here at our disposal. It's like finally we have a big chance to have all of our big names in Europe come together and play a big team and just freaking hopefully make some good chemistry and symmetry the way they play together. But that's all I have for you guys today. The only question I really have to ask you is, who do you want to see at the Nations League for the USMNT? Do you guys feel comfortable having Josh Sargent and Daryl DK as our only strikers, or do you guys want to add more people there? And how do you guys feel about having David Ochoa as our 3rd string goalkeeper for this tournament? Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thank you so much for sticking with me through these sporadic uploads. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me to come on the channel and see my subscriber count still going, my view count still going. It means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. As always, I'm Drew. Thanks for kicking with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.